And there was a yard, and you could go past it and see in the backyard this water garden. And to my child mind, I thought that was the most amazing, magical thing in the world.
Bubbling fountains, koi, water lilies. A home's focal point says relax when there's water involved. Anita Nelson of Nelson Water Gardens shows how to blend earth, water, plants, and fish to bring serenity to your home.
Water gardening is not difficult. All you need to do is just basically dig a hole and line it with a rubber liner that is somewhat flexible. It doesn't tear or break easily. And trim it around the edges with some rock or stone, fill it with water, throw in a couple water lilies and some fish, and you've got a water garden. That's all that's needed. This type of a setup is about the easiest, most maintenance-free way of putting in a water garden you can possibly think of. We see a lot of people come in and they just go straight to go look at the fish. They love the fish and they can't wait to put a new one in their pond.
To make your water feature a true garden, you'll need plants, and very unique ones at that.
And somehow aquatic plants have evolved to be able to grow in soils with really low oxygen levels. Oxygen that the water has replaced the oxygen in the soil, and yet these plants thrive where most plants cannot.
Water can still play a role in your landscape design without the need for flowers or fish. The disappearing fountain achieves similar magical results.
This one is considered a disappearing fountain where there is no open water whatsoever. The water comes up, flows over the piece, and then it disappears into the ground. Hidden underneath it there is a reservoir and a pump pushing all that water right back up again. So these are great features to put in a yard where you may not want to have open water. Maybe the front yard where you don't want to have open water where people could fall into or hurt themselves. One thing I like about a water garden is I don't put water out for my dogs. They go to the water garden. That's where they get their water. They know exactly. Any place they need to go, they know they can get it from the water garden.
Despite creating a wet area conducive to mosquitoes, Texas Department of Agriculture states that water gardens actually impact the mosquito population in whole neighborhoods.
If you put in a water garden, you will actually reduce the population of mosquitoes in your neighborhood because the pond attracts the mosquitoes, but at the same time, it also attracts predaceous insects that feed on mosquitoes.
A water feature fulfills many roles in your landscaping design, not the least of which is creating a more desirable environment for all nearby.
To me, a water garden is magical. When you go to someone's house, when you come to my house, the first thing people do is they go right to the water feature immediately. And there's something natural sounding about inviting people over to sit by the pond. And I think also it's important to think of it as a vacation. You can just sit down for a minute and relax.
Water gardens, disappearing fountains, bubbling ponds. The allure of being near water is undeniable. It's a fun and easy way to make your home a nicer place to be. To learn more, click the links below.